Okay. We're gonna see how close. So first I gotta find him. It's so close I don't even see him.
He's right below it. He's going under the deck now.
Where's he at? I can't get him.
He's directly below you. Like right here.
Okay. I'm trying.
He's backing up some. There he goes.
Okay, I got him. I got him. Yep. Dude, it's so hard to keep track of because it's like.
You guys zoomed in that far?
Oh, it's so. Oh, yeah.
Obviously,
I got him.
Obviously you do.
Obviously. He bailed.
He's so basic.
Oh. Dude. If this thing falls off the end of this, we got problems.
That was so bad.
I'll jump in. It's waterproof, so. You see it?
Yeah. That's definitely a close up.
If this tripod breaks too, we got issues. Oh man, he's cool. Oh, he bailed. Throw some food right here. See if we can get him. I'll just be ready. He'll come over. Heck yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, I can't even find him.
He's eating.
Yeah, I can't find him. Oh man, I'm missing all of it.
There you go.
Okay.
You got him right there.
Yep. This is how he retired. This is the key.
Zoomed in so close, he's like hit his eyeballs.
Oh, turtle.
Turtle's taking his stuff.
Oh, he was about to eat that turtle. Okay, I gotta find him again. Oh. He starts backing off when I get like too close. And he's eyeballing the turtle. Come on, man, do something. You're on YouTube.
He's chilling.
Look at all the minnows swimming around his face. Those falls in the water, that's going to be a million views.
That would be.
Look at his teeth. Oh! There's a predator in the water next to him. I wish I could actually see what I'm doing, but the glare is horrendous. There's a turtle on his back.
I can see it from back here.
Okay, wait.
You pretty much got like parts of his head.
Okay.
You can't get the whole thing.
There we go.
There we go. Now you got his whole head.
Yep.
Now he's coming towards you.
I like it because you can see like literally. Oh, shit. He's coming.
I'm gonna go and see what I got. I got some.
You got some more food? Okay.
I want to see what I got.
Okay, cool. getting cat food while the turtle's harassing on his back. He's got turtles everywhere. Oh, he went under. He's gonna come back somewhere. He came back like right underneath the camera. He's literally probably 6 inches from the camera. And it's so close, he doesn't realize it. He came up on it. I mean, he could bite the camera right now if he wanted to. I can't even see the screen. I hope I'm on it. I think that's his eyes. So it's S23 Ultra 5G in telephoto from, I don't know, 18 inches away, maybe? Okay, it just got closer, he didn't move. It just got about 3 inches closer to him. So cool. Starting to hurt my hands. Oh, he keeps getting closer to the camera. I think he just oh yeah, he just realized it. Guys, that was amazing. Good video. Wait till you see this crazy video. This dude. What are you doing, bro? Yeah. Oh, he took a big old breath before he went down. And then there's turtles and everything else. You've got probably 10 turtles here. All right, so Rich created a feeding frenzy. He's got every form of wildlife. He's got alligators, turtles, fish, birds, cats, dogs, sloth, every creature.
Just waiting on the Loch Ness Monster of Ashley Manor.
Yeah, which is actually a whale's penis. Dude, I can see your wrinkles. You can get so close. And he bailed. Dude, that's pretty close.
I think he wants chicken. He's tired of cat food.
It's like, I mean, you can literally see every... I see him under the water. Okay, so you can't use the super good zoom lens on 8K. It won't let you. It only lets you use like the 1X. But still. Oh, he didn't like that when I got aggressive. If he jumps up here and bites my face off or takes the phone,
Yeah, you don't want that.
dude, he's... Should I go further? Should I go closer?
It's up to you.
Oh, he left. He was like not about it. Come here, dude. Oh, this turtle was making noises. Come here, dude. I need my... Oh, I need my tripod. Eat the bacon, you little bacon eater. Yeah, man. The bacon.
Yeah, you got this for it.
Oh, yeah. Get that bacon, son. Oh, yeah. Damn, I can't see it.
We'll get my whole piece. Ready?
Yeah.
Wasted it.
Went to the bottom.
Yeah. No, he's going to get it. I still see it floating.
He's right here, dude. We just can't see the screen. So much. Oh, yeah. That's a good shot right there. He's right on it. I mean, you're not getting closer
You know,
than that. Let's see if we can get closer. This thing falls in the water. Oh, that's a good shot. I wish I could get it. I can't see anything. It's too close. This phone's going in the water. I was underneath the bottom. Dude, I can't see it. Oh, I got it. I'm up his nose, basically. Oh.
Robbed him.
Little smoking.
That's it. That's all I got. Not going salty with cat food.
You gotta be like, dude, what's wrong with you? That's the problem, is I can't see the screen.
Oh, buddy, you got another one. Or is that such a stick out there? Is another gator out there?
That's another gator. That's another gator. There's two. There's one here. I don't know if I can get it on the screen.
It sure is. He's coming up.
There's another one.
Yep. He's running.
We got two out here. Double alligator. He ain't gonna come anywhere near this guy though, I don't think. We'll never get him. Because I can't. Let's see if I can get him. Can't see see the screen.
Along that fellow was right there, that soft shell. He's creeping in again.
Where's he at? Oh.
He's coming. See, we get a gator fight. They're about the same size.
Dude, if I can't. He's out there. Did I get him?
He's still there. He's pretty much directly in front of me, beyond that little turtle there. Got his head above water.
Can't see the screen. It's so bright. Oh, I got him. Alligator number 2. We got one directly right here below us, and then one out here. And we're gonna see if we can get a fight. That one out there is hard to zoom in on, man. It's like I lose him in the.
This guy's
easy.
yeah.
This guy. Let's see if I can touch him with the phone.
Alright. I'm not losing the phone.
Oh, you see him come up at it? Did you see him come up at the phone?
Oh yeah. It's like a friend.
Get it. Come on, make me a millionaire. Alligator bites phone. I got insurance.
And phone loses.
I got insurance.
Obviously.
Oh, did you see that? I went for it. I'm like 12 in, literally what, 12?
Yeah.
Whoa!
There he goes.
How dare you come up at the phone, bro? He literally came up at the phone. Lost him in the... Oh, there he is.
So the second gator just went under. I don't know if he's trying. Oh, there he is. He's out there. He went out a little further. He's not coming over.
Yeah, he's out there. This guy, he's ready to fight. He's like Bubba. Oh! He's back. Guys, you don't understand how bright it is. I can't. Oh. Okay, got him. Got him. I'm on top of his head. I'm going for the bite shot. Man, I got insurance. Who cares? He's going your way. It's so hard to track them when you're in like this close. They move like 1 inch and you lose everything. This tripod's gonna end up breaking and then my phone's gonna be underwater. Then I gotta jump in.
That was sub.
That would totally suck, Age. Oh, here comes the other guy.
That big ass
Here
turtle
comes the
came
other
up.
guy. But here comes the gator.
Oh
He's
yeah.
creeping, and they're about the same size. This might be a good battle.
Yeah, they are about the same size.
It's hard to get this guy in.
That big ass turtle that Trish caught just came up for a second. He showed his big old head and went back down to the bottom.
I gotta find a reference point because otherwise I can't find this guy. Okay, maybe like straight up like that. Oh, he's set sailing.
Yeah.
He's cruising out. Dude, I can't find him. I found this guy.
Leroy.
Yo, Leroy.
Leroy's hanging out with us.
Leroy James. Come here, buddy.
We'll call the other one Skitty.
Okay.
He's skittish. Obviously.
This one's about to be Pacquiao, and that one's about to be Margarito. He's going out to meet his buddy.
This guy's like, hey man,
Man, I got a lot
bacon
of
time's over. I'm leaving.
Got a lot of good footage here. Like really good up close stuff. it out. It's, I can't see. Ah, I got the other one. This dude out here, that's number 2. And then we got homeboy over here, if I can get him back. Him I lost completely.
The other one, the skinny boy, he's taking off.
Yeah, we know about it.
Morning, guys. We are out here in the Supercar Street Racing Garage, which yesterday and the day before that, I spent 2 entire days getting this guy ready for the next part of this project. Now, taking a look around, you can see that in the last video, we did get the floors and the walls stripped and painted black. And in the next part of this video, we have some lighting upgrades. However, before we do that, we got to get this car out of here. So let's get the Model S Plaid out of the garage. Right here in front of me, we do have the garage hexagon light kit to go ahead and get installed. We're going to get that unboxed now, take a look at what's inside, lay this all out, and then figure out how we're going to install it by myself, which we probably won't be able to. Now, this garage had a lead acid golf cart on it, and therefore there's acid on this carpet that will get into your skin. We have the official SCSR Smith & Wesson opener here to go ahead and take a look at this hexagon light kit. Not sponsored, was not free. I did look for somebody to sponsor, but they only wanted to give me 20% off, and it's not worth my time that it takes me to edit and install and all that for 20% off. Now let's look at the inner box. Does have steps. First, determine the position of installing. All right, I'm gonna take a look at the instructions and then we're gonna get this thing unboxed. Okay, I decided to go ahead and lay this out to get a feel for how big it is. It is a lot bigger than I thought. And one thing I am concerned about is my garage door. So this is supposed to be 190 inches on the sides. All right, I got my first light bar installed, and what I did was ran it right up against the side of the mount for the garage door track, and then it's going to come right straight across here, and all I have to do to keep it centered is make sure that I'm the same distance away from the wall over here when I mount my next corner. So I'll just measure from the wall to the hole, and then I'll duplicate it over here in the corner when I make the 90 degree, and that should make it square. And then I'll do the same thing all the way down. Okay, for my next step, I'm going to put the 90 degree connector on, but this has to be a T because we're going to power with this connector. So we are going to power right up here in the corner to keep it inconspicuous. So basically, we're going to put this like this, and then power will go into this plug here. So you just take this, and it's going to go just like this. All right, I got it all finished up. It's a little off on the back one. Probably needs to go out just a hair more, but I already drilled the hole and put the insert, so maybe that's for another day to adjust it, because it does take an insert to do it, and I may not be able to get one in there now. May have to do a nut and a bolt through the ceiling. We'll see though. Overall though, it's pretty straight. That took me about 3 hours to do. Okay, we are ready for the second part of this, and they want us to build these hexagons, and they want us to build half and half and then put them up on the ceiling. I don't know how I'm going to get that done, but I don't know how you measure it either. Okay, I did get the first half built of the hexagon lighting. They recommend you do it like this. Get this part up on the ceiling, and then from there, do the second half. So I'm gonna go ahead and build the second half now. And then my friend is coming over to help me put these up. We'll go ahead and secure them up into the ceiling at each corner probably, or in the middle maybe. I'm not sure yet, but we have to measure out and everything first and see how big the whole thing is together. All right, we are back in the garage here, and you can see it is a mess again, but check this out, guys. We have finished the hex lighting project. It came out pretty good, a lot of lessons learned from this. I only had one real issue, and that was with the garage door track. I couldn't put that tube in without notching out the garage door track, but I'll do that later. And then around the frame for the attic, I had to notch out the attic trim and run it right across there, but there's still plenty of room to get up there if anyone has to get up. But as you can see, this project is completely done and also wired. And I did put this on a smart switch, and now we'll be able to interface it with a garage door opener where it will come on when we come into the garage, or we can just say, Alexa, turn on the garage hex lights, and it will come on. You can see right here, smart switch is working great. And so this project is wrapped up. I did come up into the attic right over here with the power right up there in the corner. And anybody who's gonna put this together, this is about a 6-hour job. And I could just say this, it's definitely a 2 or 3 person job. 3 would be ideal, 2 can get by. We used 2 people and we still had issues. But yeah, guys, it came out awesome. I'm gonna take some pictures of this for the thumbnail and then wrap this up. And I hope you guys enjoyed yet another project. It was kind of frustrating, it took me a really long time. And then next I have to do that side maybe one day, but for now, this is just for the Tesla. So guys, I hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one.
All right, I have to eat bacon, cream cheese, mustard, macaroni and cheese, and bacon. Let's go.
You're definitely gonna be sick. That cream cheese is.
Good morning, everybody. Supercar Street Racing with a long awaited update. I have not been doing much with the car. Been kind of out of it in a relationship which ended recently. So now I can concentrate on doing other things with this car. So it's going to be a multi-part video. When the video runs out, I'll start a next part. But what we're here for is the Avon E90 Android navigation system. So let's talk about Avon, first of all, who is believe a Japanese or Chinese company who has a US office in California. I believe it's in California. I'd have to go back and look. So you can get these same units on eBay. I don't know what the support would be like, and we will talk about Avon's tech support here shortly. But so basically this unit, when you have a E90 car, you either have no navigation, in which case you don't have this hump. That's kind of a better option for the new navigation system retrofit, and I'll tell you why later. Or you have CCC or CIC, depending on what year, and they improved the navigation drastically. I believe in 2000, either 10 or 11, they upgraded it. But they have a replacement for either one. So basically what you're doing here is you're removing this screen completely. You get a whole brand new screen. It's more than double the resolution of the original screen, and it works with the factory BMW navigation system. So you get the best of both worlds here. You get to keep your old factory nav, and you get to get an upgraded modern Android head unit. And the way this works is your screen is up here. Let's not confuse that for your navigation system. That's the screen. Your navigation unit is right here, okay? So the cabling goes between here and the screen. And to install this unit, you have to first of all, you have to pull this trim, pull the screen out with 2 screws, pull this climate control system out. I drew a blank there for a second, with these little clips that are on the side. And then you have to pull out this navigation system with screws. They give you a pass-through cable. Basically, it's not a cable, it's more like a wiring nightmare. It's a big bundle of wires that you plug in between this system and that system. This is now one unit. This has the CPU and the screen all in one box. So everything is included in here now. You take out the wire out of the back of this, you plug it into the harness, then you plug the harness into the back of this. And then you move the fiber optic cable. Without the fiber optic cable, the audio will not work. So if you install one of these, don't forget to move the fiber optic cable from the back of your original plug here to the new plug that goes in the back of here. So let's talk about the difficulty of installation. This video will probably end soon and I'll start another part. Difficulty to install. This is very incredibly difficult to install. There's a couple of reasons for that. It wouldn't be so bad if there was room back here. There's absolutely no room back here for the wiring harness. And when I say no room, I mean no room. The fact that this is mounted in here now and working is a miracle, because I sat there for an hour and a half trying to figure out how to get that wiring harness behind here and put this back in. It's so much wires. So the only way to really do it, I feel, is when you pull this out, there's a plastic cage. This video, I think, is going to end at 4 minutes. Let's see. No, it's still going. Okay. So there's a plastic cage on each side of this where this slides into. I believe you can cut that cage and just use the screws to hold this in. And if you got rid of the side of this cage, the wires could go to the side easily. You could push them to the side, this thing would slide in easily. I didn't try that. I didn't want to cut that at that point. I was about to. I had almost given up on it. The problem is if you're going to cut that, if you don't do it while it's in the dash, it's kind of hard to remove that cage. You got to take a lot of stuff out right here. Okay. The other thing is when you get this unit, make sure you get the GPS splitter. That allows you to use the old GPS antenna with both this unit and when you switch to BMW nav, it allows you to use the same GPS, your old GPS antenna. And I do believe this video is going to end at 5 minutes, and I'll start a new one. Let's see.
All right, so we're diving into a really fascinating topic today.
Yeah.
You've sent over a bunch of material about people who've not just faced some pretty major challenges, but who've actually come out even stronger on the other side.
Yeah.
We've got listicles, we've got in-depth articles, even some personal stories in here.
It's a really interesting mix.
It is.
Yeah.
And it seems like you're interested in going beyond just a surface level understanding of, what resilience is.
Definitely.
You want to get into what makes these people tick.
Exactly.
Like, what were the exact hurdles they had to overcome, and how did they manage to not just cope, but really achieve some pretty incredible things?
Well, to me, what's fascinating is how a lot of these stories really kind of make you question
Yeah.
if adversity can actually be a catalyst for growth.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not just about bouncing back. It's about using those tough experiences to fuel something even greater.
So it's almost like resilience isn't just about getting back to normal. It's about reaching a whole new level because of what you've gone through.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so inspiring about these stories.
Totally.
Yeah.
Let's start with some of the physical challenges, because I'm already feeling pumped just thinking about these stories.
All right, well, one that always comes to mind is Nick Vujicic.
Oh, yeah.
Born without limbs.
Wow.
You'd think just everyday life would be a challenge enough, right?
Right.
But this guy surfs, swims, plays golf.
No way.
And on top of all that, he's a world-famous motivational speaker.
That is incredible. It really makes you think about what limitations even are.
Right.
Is it really about what our bodies can or can't do, or is it more about our mindset?
Well, Bethany Hamilton's story really kind of highlights that mindset aspect, I think.
Okay.
Losing an arm to a shark attack at 13
Oh my gosh.
would make most people pretty hesitant to even get back in the water.
For sure.
But she was back on her surfboard within weeks,
Really?
went pro,
Yeah.
and now she's an advocate for shark conservation.
Wow, there's something so powerful about that,
It is.
Not letting something so traumatic completely define you.
Absolutely.
She could have just let that experience hold her back, but instead she turned it into fuel for this whole new chapter in her life.
It's amazing.
It really is. It makes you wonder if that kind of trauma can actually trigger what psychologists call post-traumatic growth.
It's a real phenomenon, and
Yeah.
you see it in a lot of these stories.
Oh, interesting.
Wilma Rudolph, for example, she contracted polio as a child
Oh,
and had to wear a leg brace.
I didn't know that.
But she went on to win 3 Olympic gold medals.
You're kidding.
That's not just bouncing back. That's exceeding expectations that most people wouldn't even dream of setting for themselves.
That's true. It makes you think about the role of perseverance in all this. Is it something you're born with, or can it be developed through facing these kinds of challenges? Like, was Wilma just incredibly determined from the get-go, or did overcoming polio actually forge that determination in her?
It's a good question. I'd argue that adversity often reveals hidden strengths that we might not even know we have.
Okay, yeah.
Take Scotty Smiley, for example. He became the first blind active duty officer in the U.S. Army.
Wow.
After losing his sight in Iraq.
That's incredible.
It's not just physical adaptation, it's a complete mental and emotional transformation.
How do you even begin to process that kind of loss and find the strength to keep going? I mean,
it's hard to imagine.
Did he rely on any specific techniques, or was it more about sheer willpower?
Well, he talks a lot about asking the right questions, reframing his situation, focusing on what he could still control. It's fascinating how the human mind can adapt, even to the most extreme circumstances. And sometimes even a temporary change can have a pretty profound impact.
Oh, you're thinking of Bertie LaRue, right?
Exactly.
The horse riding accident that left him temporarily blind. And his blindness wasn't permanent.
Right.
But it completely shifted his perspective.
It really did.
Yeah.
He went from taking his sight for granted to truly appreciating the beauty of the world around him.
Makes you wonder how much we miss when we're not really paying attention. And if maybe a shock to the system can actually help us see things more clearly.
That's an interesting thought.
It seems like so many of these physical challenges force people to really confront their limitations, reevaluate their priorities, and ultimately discover a whole new sense of purpose.
I think you're right.
But what about the people who faced challenges that were more social or societal? I mean, those hurdles aren't always as visible, but they can be just as daunting to overcome, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's almost like facing those societal barriers requires a different kind of resilience altogether.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not just about adapting physically, it's about navigating systems and challenging those really deeply ingrained expectations.
Yeah, and sometimes it's about fighting for your right to even exist in those spaces.
That's a good point.
Malala Yousafzai's story is a powerful example of that.
Oh, definitely.
Advocating for girls' education should be a basic human right.
It should.
But she was shot by the Taliban.
It's unbelievable.
Simply for speaking up.
Her story is a stark reminder that knowledge can be a threat to those in power.
It is.
It makes you really question those structures that try to limit access to education, especially for girls.
And then you have someone like Nelson Mandela.
Oh, wow.
Who spent 27 years in prison.
I can't even imagine.
For fighting against apartheid in South Africa.
27 years.
It's hard to fathom the kind of resilience it takes.
It is.
To not only endure that kind of injustice.
Right.
But to emerge as a leader who promotes forgiveness and reconciliation.
That's what I find so remarkable about his story,
Yeah.
He didn't let that experience make him bitter.
He didn't.
It feels like he actually transcended the anger and the hatred.
It does.
And that's what allowed him to lead such a powerful movement for change.
It's incredible. It speaks to a level of emotional intelligence that's just off the charts.
Yeah, for sure. It makes you wonder if prison broke him or if it forced him to confront his own humanity in a way that ultimately made him stronger.
It's a fascinating question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of places, there's still that possibility for growth.
I agree.
And sometimes those incredibly difficult experiences can give birth to something truly extraordinary.
We see that in J.K. Rowling's story, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Going from a struggling single mother on welfare to creating this global phenomenon that is Harry Potter.
It's an amazing journey.
It is. It really challenged that idea that creativity can only flourish, in comfort and stability.
Right.
She faced financial hardship, single parenthood, countless rejections from publishers.
Wow.
Yet she persevered. And it seems like her own struggles infused her writing with this depth and relatability that really resonated with millions of readers.
There's this idea that art often emerges from pain. And her story definitely seems to support that. It's almost like she channeled her own experiences of overcoming adversity into the characters and the storylines, creating this world where even in the face of darkness, there's always hope.
I think that's part of why it's resonated with so many people.
Yeah, and it's not just about the creative output either.
Right.
It's about the impact her success has had on so many readers.
Absolutely.
Particularly young people who saw themselves reflected in her characters.
It's a powerful reminder that our stories
Yeah.
have this ability to empower others, even when we might not realize it.
Speaking of empowering others, Oprah Winfrey's story is incredible.
Oh, it is.
I mean, going from a childhood marked by poverty, abuse, and neglect
A lot.
to becoming a media mogul and philanthropist.
It's amazing.
It's truly remarkable. What stands out to me is how she used her platform to amplify the voices of others.
Yes.
Especially those who had been marginalized or silenced.
She really did.
Yeah.
It's like she took her own experiences of being overlooked and unheard.
Right.
And turned that into this driving force.
Wow.
For creating space for other people's stories.
That's a really insightful observation.
Thanks.
It's not just about achieving success for yourself. It's about using that success to lift others up. It's almost like a ripple effect where one person's resilience can spark this wave of positive change that impacts so many others.
A chain reaction.
And sometimes those ripples start in the most unexpected places.
They do.
Like take Dana, for example. She's this young girl in Kenya who contracted HIV after being raped.
It's a heartbreaking story.
It really is. But it also highlights the incredible resilience of the human spirit.
Yeah, especially when you consider that she found support and purpose through the Dreams program.
It shows how important community and access to resources really are for overcoming trauma.
Absolutely.
And finding your voice.
It's a good reminder that we're not meant to go through these challenges alone.
That's so true.
And sometimes the most powerful act of resilience is simply reaching out for help and allowing ourselves to be supported.
So we've seen examples of resilience in the face of physical challenges and societal barriers.
Yeah.
But what about those internal battles?
Oh, yeah.
The inner demons, as they say.
Right.
That can sometimes be the hardest to overcome.
That's where we get into the realm of mental and emotional resilience.
Okay.
And one of the most prominent examples of that is Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah.
He achieved comedic superstardom.
He did.
But he's also been very open about his struggles with depression.
It challenges that assumption that success automatically equals happiness.
It really does.
And it highlights how important mental health awareness is.
Yeah.
Especially for those who might appear to have it all on the surface.
You never know what someone's going through.
You really don't. His willingness to be vulnerable about his struggles has helped to destigmatize mental health issues.
Oh, for sure.
And that's huge.
It is.
It shows that even those who seem to have it all figured out still face these internal battles.
Right.
And that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness.
It's not giving up. It's taking care of yourself.
Exactly. It's like acknowledging those inner demons.
Right.
It takes a certain level of self-awareness and courage.
I think you're right.
And sometimes confronting those demons can actually lead to a deeper sense of purpose.
Oh, absolutely.
Like take James, for example.
Okay.
He went from addiction and homelessness to becoming a counselor helping others with substance abuse.
Wow, that's amazing. It's a beautiful example of turning pain into purpose.
It is.
He took those incredibly challenging experiences and used them as fuel for his passion.
It's powerful.
It is. It's a powerful reminder that our greatest weaknesses can often become our greatest strengths.
But how do these individuals actually make that shift?
Yeah.
What are those common threads, the mindsets, the strategies that allow them to not just survive, but thrive?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
And while there's no one-size-fits-all answer,
Right.
I think we can definitely see some recurring themes here.
Yeah, it feels like we've been talking about this idea of post-traumatic growth quite a bit.
We have.
It's not just about bouncing back to where you were before the challenge. It's about actually using that experience to kind of propel yourself forward in a new way.
It's a fascinating concept, isn't it?
It is.
That something so inherently negative as adversity can actually become this catalyst for such profound personal transformation.
Yeah.
You know, I always think of it like kintsugi.
Okay.
It's the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
So the cracks and the imperfections actually become part of the object's history. You know,
Yeah.
they make it even more beautiful and
I
valuable.
love that analogy because it's like those scars are proof of the object's strength and resilience.
Exactly. And it seems like that's a common thread we see with a lot of these individuals.
It does.
They don't try to hide their struggles. They actually embrace them.
Right.
You know, those experiences become part of their identity, a source of wisdom,
Right.
and often a driving force for helping others.
And that's where I think the real power of resilience lies.
I agree.
It's not just about individual strength, it's about the ripple effect it creates.
Exactly.
These people don't just overcome their own challenges. They use those experiences to inspire and empower others.
It's true. Their stories give us permission to believe in our own capacity for resilience, you know, even when we're facing these seemingly insurmountable obstacles.
It's like they're showing us it can be done.
Yeah.
But how do we do it? I mean, is this something we can actually cultivate? Can we train ourselves to be more resilient?
Well, based on what we've seen in these stories, I'd say it starts with awareness.
Okay.
Acknowledging that adversity is an inevitable part of life.
Right.
That setbacks are going to happen, and that challenges, while they're difficult, can also be opportunities for growth.
So it's not about avoiding challenges altogether.
No.
It's about shifting our perspective to see them as potential opportunities.
Yeah. It's about moving from fear and avoidance to curiosity and willingness to learn from those tough experiences.
It's easier said than done, though.
Oh, it is.
I think that's the thing.
It's practice.
Like, how do we actually make that mental shift?
Well, I think a good starting point is to reflect on our own experiences.
Oh, okay.
Think about a time when you faced a challenge, big or small.
Uh-huh.
How did you handle it?
Right.
What did you learn from it? What strengths did you discover within yourself?
So instead of focusing on what went wrong, we can try to focus on what went right.
Right. What if we celebrated those small victories?
Yeah.
And used them as fuel to keep going?
That's a good point. And another thing that seems to help is seeking inspiration from others.
Absolutely.
Hearing stories like the ones we've talked about today reminds us that we're not alone, you know?
It does.
That other people have overcome incredible odds and that we have that potential for resilience within us too.
It's like those stories become a roadmap, showing us that it's possible to not just survive, but thrive in the face of adversity.
And it's not about waiting for some major life crisis to test our resilience.
Right.
It's about building that capacity day by day through those small acts of courage and perseverance and self-compassion.
Exactly. The more we practice, the stronger that resilience muscle becomes.
So as we build our own resilience, we become better equipped to handle our own challenges.
Of course.
But we also become a source of strength for others.
That's right. It's like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats.
I like that.
You know, when we invest in our own resilience, we're also contributing to a more resilient community, a more resilient world.
It's been a really eye-opening journey exploring these stories, and I think you've given us a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear that.
You know, as we each face our own challenges, big or small, let's remember the lessons we've learned from these incredible individuals.
I agree.
Let's embrace the power of resilience, not just in ourselves, but in our communities.
Because ultimately, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving.
Well said. And who knows, maybe someday our own stories of overcoming will inspire others to find their strength and resilience too.
I hope so.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Supercar Street Racing. And today we're going to talk a little bit about why I switched from Adobe Premiere Pro to DaVinci 18 and why you should do the same thing for your video editing. Welcome back to the channel, Supercar Street Racing, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today, and I'm glad to see you back on the channel. Go ahead and do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button, and let's help grow the channel so that we can enjoy looking at some of our favorite things here. And today we are talking about why I switched from Adobe Premiere Pro to DaVinci Resolve 18, which you see running right here, and actually rendering our video for the Amazon Fire TV experience on the Amazon Echo Show. So backing up a little bit, I started using Premiere Pro several years ago, probably about, I don't know, it must have been at least 10 years ago. I've used it since the very beginning. However, most recently when I started growing the channel, I was able to get a much better editing system. As you see here, I have an RTX 3080 TUF, and I was finally able to do some good editing on this channel and try to bring the channel up to a standard that will get more views and actually generate some interest. To make a long story short, I have a brand new computer here with a 12-core AMD processor. I've got the RTX TUF 3080, and I've got two monitors here that aren't even 4K. That will be the next upgrade to the channel, some 4K monitors that I can edit on. For right now, these only do 1080p, but you can see back here in the background, DaVinci Resolve running amazing, doing our rendering for our new video for the Fire TV on the Echo Show. So what's the first reason I switched over? So honestly, I had a lot of issues, first related to my old computer system because I was running an older video card and I had not made the investment yet to a nice modern RTX series graphics card. So I was having a lot of issues with that, renders crashing and things like that. I did eventually figure out that I needed a new video card, of course, because I was also taking hours to render my videos and I needed to speed up that render time and try to figure out what all those bugs were for. Ended up buying this whole editing rig. I've got the RTX 3080, as I talked about before, and I attempted to use Premiere Pro. Now, one thing I noticed immediately about Premiere Pro was that even with the RTX 3080 and using the H.265 codecs for NVIDIA, it would still be a really long time to edit a video. As you can see in the background right here, we just edited our Fire TV video in DaVinci Resolve 18. We did render that in 4K, and it took it about 13 minutes and 20 seconds to render a 4K video, 4K 60 frames per second in DaVinci Resolve, and the video is actually over 17 minutes long. So it's actually rendering it, you know, less than a minute per minute of video. This same video in Adobe Premiere probably would have taken a little over an hour to render, even with the RTX 3080. And one thing I would also notice with Adobe Premiere Pro is that when I had the Task Manager open, it would be using way more CPU than GPU power, which doesn't really make sense. Now, some things don't use GPU to render, but a lot of things do. And so now I notice with the DaVinci Resolve software, almost everything uses the GPU if you look at the Task Manager or you look at GPU-Z. So talking about the ability to learn in DaVinci Resolve, if you're used to Premiere Pro, you're thinking about making that jump over to DaVinci Resolve. I'll tell you from experience that I learned pretty quickly on DaVinci Resolve how to do the basic things to get a video up and going. It is a little bit different from Adobe Premiere Pro in that you have tabs for your different things in editing. You have a colors tab here at the front here, That's the colors. Then you have your effects, your edit, and they actually have different names here. You have your, what is this called? Fusion tab. You have your color. This actual first one is called media, not color. You have media, you have cut, where you add transitions and effects and everything. You have your edit, where you have your actual timeline. And then you have your color tab, your fusion tab, your Fairlight tab, and your deliver tab. So deliver, basically, if we go over to that tab, is where you do all your exporting, which would be like Adobe Media Encoder, except it is way more intuitive and way easier to use. Fairlight is where you do all your audio work in DaVinci Resolve, and you can add all your audio effects. Color is where you actually work with the color. Pretty self-explanatory there. Fusion I have not used, so I'm not sure about what this is for. I will have to do some research on that and get back to you, but so far I have not had to use Fusion for anything. Of course, you got your timeline here, which is, if you're familiar with Adobe Premiere Pro, the timeline here on DaVinci Resolve is similar to Adobe Premiere Pro, but a lot of your shortcuts and everything are going to be different. The one thing I haven't figured out in DaVinci Resolve is how to free transform an object. Let's say you're going to layer an object on top of another one. In Adobe Premiere, if you double click that object on the timeline, you can actually drag it with the mouse to move it around the screen and place it. I have not figured out if there's a way to do that yet on DaVinci Resolve. I'm still working on that. There's also a couple of other differences that I haven't figured out, like cutting and pasting transitions is not available as it is on Adobe Premiere Pro, but you do have the copy and paste attributes, which I use frequently to copy things like audio volume, audio effects, and placement of objects on the screen. That is all done here in the timeline. You just have to get used to a little bit of a difference in using selecting things to work with them. They're all up here in the right-hand corner under the inspector. You can, let's say you added an effect on the screen next to this in the cut screen, then you would click the actual clip and go up to effects in the inspector, where you can actually adjust all the different attributes on that effect. Or you can do video transforms up there, audio, you can actually adjust the audio levels and audio attributes in the clip from the audio tab up here, things like volume, pan, pitch, things like that. And then your transition, you can actually adjust the transition up here in the transition of the inspector. And then over here on the right side, which you may or may not see in the frame, we have our clip bin here that shows all our clips. We have all of our edit timeline. We have our audio mixer over here as well, and our toolbox and clip details and metadata. So far, so good. Also, let's go over to the cut scene. The cut area shows your clips more like blobs on the timeline, and you are actually able to add transitions, titles, and effects. I do not use titles inside of DaVinci Resolve because I use a 3D font generator online. That's really good. But here you can add effects both to your, you can add video effects, you can add audio effects, which you can also do over in Fairlight. Like I said, you can add titles, which is actually adding fonts to your videos. And you have your media pool here, which shows you all the videos that you imported in for this project. So yeah, I'm just gonna go into the conclusion that DaVinci Resolve is way better than Adobe Premiere Pro. Not only because there's a fixed price for it, Adobe Premiere Pro charges you for a subscription, but the ease of use, the stability has been on point. I've only ever had one crash while while rendering. And that actually happened during the video that I was editing here. And all I did was close out DaVinci Resolve and reopen it, and it got through the rendering process. I had a lot of issues with Premiere Pro not being able to get through rendering processes, and it would fail for no reason. Also, Premiere Pro did have a bug that to this day they have not resolved on some video cards, and that is the software will start using video, or it's not video memory, but memory, actual memory, and it will eat up and eat up and eat up video memory until the computer crashes because there's actually no memory left to run the operating system. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM on this computer. It is awesome for editing, but on Premiere Pro, it would use all 64 gigabytes of RAM and then just crash. I've not had any issues like that with DaVinci Resolve 18. So guys, I hope that you can use DaVinci Resolve 18 too. If you have any questions about it, how to use it, or want to see specific videos about DaVinci Resolve 18, throw it down in the comments section. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video at Supercar Street Racing. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Supercar Street Racing here. And this morning, monetization has disappeared from YouTube completely. It's not available on the actual page. As you can see right here, it would show my revenue, which is abysmal, but there is some revenue coming in from my channel. I do put a lot of work into it. However, it is gone. As you can see right here, it would usually show your money there, and it has nothing there. If you check on YouTube Studio, it's also gone, which leads me to my next thing here. So YouTube does everything possible to make sure that you don't earn revenue on videos. I'll give you some examples. First of all, monetization is turned off by default on all videos, including shorts. Now, you usually take the shorts with your phone, right? So you would think that you could turn that on with YouTube Studio. It's not available anywhere in YouTube Studio. You have to either trick this app, and actually YouTube app, by logging onto a web browser, and it has to be in desktop mode in order to get to the studio part of YouTube, which is where I am right now on this page. Or, well, really, that's it. You have to be on a PC and log into the actual desktop site to turn on monetization. So let's say that you're on a trip and you're gone for 6 months and you don't have access to a PC. Well, you either have to delete YouTube Studio completely, because when you install YouTube Studio, it associates the studio link in the web browser with YouTube Studio app. So you can't get to the desktop part of YouTube either to go in and turn on monetization. It's super annoying. You have to, every single video, you have to go set a rating. So you have to tell it if the video contains certain things that YouTube has an issue with. So they make it very difficult for you to make money. It also doesn't pay very much. In order to really earn on YouTube, you have to be making, you need hundreds of thousands of video hits. 1,000 here and there will not get you any money. You might get $1 or $2 a month. Now you can also earn money on AdSense and things like that. And also Amazon, I earn money from people clicking through my links. So yeah, so I will show you here that monetization is gone. You don't see any money here. If you go to my content, there's no monetization tab available there. If you go into the monetization link, it just says the actual whole settings. It says set up in progress. So something is broken today on YouTube. Not surprised, but as of now, we can't do any monetization on our YouTube videos. Guys, all you can do, also, if you go in to try to chat with a rep, it always says all specialists are busy. Please try again later. So I will put some screenshots up during this video of the monetization stuff missing, and then hopefully they get this fixed soon. I know a lot of people are probably emailing and calling them. It's probably a bug in their code. It's not your channel, most likely. If you don't have monetization options, hopefully it'll be back soon. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I wish it wasn't so difficult
to try and just pay for basic things with YouTube. I wish I could just make enough money to pay for a new camera or things like that, but unfortunately, does not generate that much revenue. Guys, have a great day. As always, thank you for your support, and I look forward to the next video soon. Guys, we have something to do today, and this is a clue about what it is. Look at that. Right there has been a problem for a long time, but today we are about to fix that problem because I think I saw something. Don't you dare. Today we're going to fix that problem because I think I saw Amazon pull up a second ago. Let's see what's out here. Oh. A frog. Nope, there's a box out here. Let's get that box inside. Let's get this opened up. Back in the Supercar Street Racing kitchen now with Brad, and it is a lovely Thursday afternoon, but we have something here to help us fix that ridiculousness right there. And this lighting in the kitchen is ancient and old. I think I have had it for over 10 years, but I did update the bulbs, but not the actual fixtures. And it is time today to not only update 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we have 8 things in this box to help us with this upgrade today. And we're going to get these out right now and show you guys how we're going to get this kitchen more modern, update the lighting fixtures, and it's going to be a great time today. So I'm glad you guys are here with me. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get to work here, man. Let's go. Inside of the box, we have this Govee Recess RGB WW downlight. And today we're going to be taking these out and installing them in the place of these older fixtures. And what that is going to involve, you can clearly see that that one was cut a little bit too big because the light will not stay in. And these we just have to pop out and go ahead and cut bigger with our drywall saw. It is going to take a little bit to do them all. It's not a major amount of work, but it is an amount of work that is going to have to be done. It is definitely going to make a full mess, so we're going to get out something big to kind of put down as a drop cloth before we start cutting. And we will get our drywall saw out because you can't use a hole saw because there's already a hole. If there was no hole, we could grab a hole saw and easily cut these out, but what we're going to do is trace out and put up our drywall saw up there after we trace and go ahead and cut out these lights. Now let's get these out of the box and see what we're dealing with. Gonna need this. And somewhere, there it is. You guys don't often see the setup. All right, directly in front of me right here, we did finally get our microphone working. We have our RGB WW Govee recess downlight that we have to go ahead and get unboxed. So let's get our trusty SCSR scissors out and go ahead and unbox these right now. And they are both going to be identical, of course, but inside of the box, we already do see a DreamView sync manual here. So basically DreamView means that they allow any of the Govee lights to mirror TV or movies. We do already have some DreamView stuff, so this will be another set that is capable. And here is a little template that we will use to cut out the holes. And then they have these cool little handles for the lights. Govee always does great on the presentation because they are not cheap products. There are copies out there that are cheaper and do the same thing, that are trying to literally copy every product that Govee has. I work with a couple of manufacturers that do just that, but hey, they come with a little gasket too to seal up the ceiling. The gasket does just go on it like that. So there are the 4 lights. This is not sponsored. They did not pay for this, so this is all me. There's the transformer area, and these are the transformers, and then these are the clips. And inside these boxes, you do have 3 little wiring nut clip stings that are easy quick connects.
and 2 of these clips that go on the govies to hold them into the ceiling. They go like that. They clip right in, and what you do is you cut the hole, push them up in the ceiling. This goes up the drywall like this and just clips, and that is how it is held directly into the ceiling. These clips are easy. Once you strip your wire out, you have 3 wires per clip. Here's the junction boxes. They're so easy to use. You just flip that out. They have these 2 stripped wires already ready for you to go. So one of these on each one is a connection to this circuit of the actual junction box that allows you to connect another 2 sets of wires to each light. So you can branch off twice with these. All right, let's get the second box open, which should be identical to the first one. Same thing in this box, user manual, and hopefully 4 lights. All right, we are all set to remove the old light, and basically these old cans are just clipped into the ceiling, and all we have to do right here and right now is remove the plug that's on the back of this guy, like this, and that comes straight out. And you can see where I tried to patch this up to get it to stay. Basically, the can was too big because the hole was too big, and we tried to make it work with some cardboard, but it has come out over and over again, and now it's time to get rid of these lights and throw them in the trash. And you can see we took some original GU10 light sockets. We bought IKEA bulbs for them. That's what we were doing before. These are actually very hot, by the way. This is about, it actually is almost burning my hand. So we're gonna trash these. We're kind of at a bad position here too. All right. So that's all there is to these. Now, inside of this box is where the power is, and that needs a Phillips screwdriver to get out. They got smarter as the technology got better. There is no more screw, it just kind of clips. And that is that. All we have to do simply is unwire this one and wire the new one in after we cut the hole. So let's turn the lights off first of all, because we're not using those anymore. Power's off. No danger of getting shocked now. And we don't need the wire nuts anymore. The new ones have clips, and this wire is disconnected, and so are the wiring nuts. Okay, I'm just marking the circle now. Be careful when you do this. Don't slip your pen or you will be painting. All right, there we go. You have about 1/4 of an inch of an error to make before you would be showing hole. Don't ever show hole. So let us go ahead and get our drywall saw, which is right underneath here. Okay, we got our hole cut. We do have our workman's pliers, and we have some work to do with our workman's pliers. We are going to be cutting the wire about 1/4 of an inch on each one of these. I'm matching what I saw inside of the stock Govee electrical box. I matched this. These are the clips for the Govee. 1 clip per wire. You just take this, push it directly on here like that. Pushes in, does not come out. This is your neutral wire, that was your hot wire. They just push right into the clips, and the clip holds on to them. See, those are in. Now you do the same with your own wiring, but your wiring has to go through that junction box right there. So you take something to punch out the junction box hole to bend it. I'm using a drywall knife. Once you bend your hole out like that, you can pass your wiring through it and connect it. And there is a third one for a ground. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. We got our gasket around the light that helps seal up the attic from your house. All you do at this point is plug it in. There's a lock. You just turn it, push it in, turn it, pull out your clips. Watch your ceiling while you're doing this so you don't get it dirty. The wire was caught. Check that out. Push that up in there. That light's installed. Now we should be able to power on the new Govee light. Let's try it. There it is. Substantially brighter than the other ones, as you can see. Look at the brightness there. Look at the brightness over there. This is quite a big difference and a very good color as well. Let's get moving on these other ones. Okay, we got the third light installed right now. Apparently I didn't record that, but there is the third light ready to go. We have 3 out of 4, 5, 6, 7. So probably 30 minutes into the process and we've done 3 lights. The next one is up here above the sink. Might be a little bit easier access. Not sure, might suck. I think I could stand on the countertop on this one. All right, we are in the breakfast nook today in the Supercar Street Racing compound, and we have some stuff for this project that we have in a box. Let's go ahead and get this unboxed real quick. I bought a bunch of supplies to go ahead and fix the electrical for good. We have some Romex wire here. We have a wall plate. We have a bunch of electrical boxes, 4 of those. And then we have, of course, some blanks to go on top of these boxes to shut them up. And we have some quick connectors here. They're the push-in style. What we need to do first, though, is make a few jumper wires because there are some areas up in the attic where there was some wiring done in a shady manner. We're going to replace that with electrical boxes, and we need some jumper wires. Let's get busy on that. Okay, we do have some Romex wire here to make some jumpers. I'm going to go ahead and cut off a section of this and make 3 or 4 jumper wires. So I have some extra up in the attic. Okay, we are up in the attic now, and you can see our work area is literally right here. We have a couple of things we have to do. One of them is not going to be fun because it looks like we're going to have to extend this wire over here to get it on a stud. There's a couple of places where there's wiring outside of an electrical box that we are going to correct today. So our first thing is we're going to extend that wire over there and put it on an actual stud. Okay, we just got down from the attic where we mostly completed the electrical. I got to get back up there one more time, but I need another electrical box to do it with. And we can see right here that I'm about to tie these wires together because when we touch this wire, we have lights finally. And so what we're doing is permanently wiring this on because I don't need a switch anymore. Everything will be smart and controlled with voice. So actually this is coming out. That's just a remote control for the Lutron dimmer, which blew up because I shorted it out. And I took that out, and now I'm going to wire these all together. They will all be controlled via voice. Need the tools. All right, all we have to do right now is just put one of these on. Notice I'm doing it without gloves or anything. This one is hot. These are cool. These, you can actually see the wire through it. That's that. Okay, here's a good look at the new Govee recessed lighting. It is way brighter than what I had before. These are on 100%. I have to get them joined into the app. We'll add all these lights, hopefully, and put them in one big group. One other thing we forgot to do to finish this side off, we have these wall plates to put on. So basically, we don't need this switch anymore. The other switch is for the dining room. We really don't even need that one. So in its place, we have this one blank and one wall plate. So they give you these screws. Unfortunately, they're all flathead screws. So that's why we have our good old Black & Decker lithium ion. all this was, just a remote. Okay, we are on the phone now and we want to go ahead and get the Govee app open. And what we're going to do is try to add all these lights. So we hit plus and there they all are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's go ahead and add the first light. We can't add more than one at a time. We got to do them one at a time. That sucks. First one is connecting to Wi-Fi, kitchen 1. Okay, we're back on the GoPro now with the Govee recessed ceiling lighting, and you can see right here that we have put them all in a single group called kitchen recessed light. That means we can control them all with voice. So we went into the app, I'm not going to say the name, you know what it is, to add these lights to a group. We created a group called the kitchen recessed light group, and now they are controlled by voice. Alexa, turn off the kitchen recessed light. And there they go. Let's turn it back on. Alexa, turn on the kitchen recessed light. Alexa, set the kitchen recessed lights to yellow. Alexa, set the kitchen recessed light catch. And if we want to do a scene, we can go inside of the app to do that. So we go in here, we can do a scene like night. There's the scene called night. So that is actually going to take the colors of the night scene. There's sunset glow, there's dusk, and there is rainbow. Oh, emotion, one of my favorite ones is profound. That is set on profound now. And guys, that is going to do it for this edition of Supercar Street Racing. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next time. There'll be a link in the description to pick up some of these Govee recessed lights if you would like to. And do the channel a favor, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Hey, I just got a notification that this package was delivered, and sure enough, here is the Marantz Cinema 70S. So let's get this thing inside and get it hooked up. Marantz Cinema 70S sitting on the table here, ready to be unboxed from Japan. I said China, it was Japan. Let's get this thing unboxed. All right, the Cinema 70S with the ultimate presentation package came directly from Japan. I saved about $300 for this brand new Cinema 70S. You can see by the packaging, this thing is always packed nicely. They do the extra mile for the higher end receiver. I got in trouble for saying it was their flagship. Kind of made a mistake there, but I didn't feel like editing it. It's not the flagship, but it is their slimline receiver. Let's get this thing out and on the entertainment center.
All right, we have a short patch cable here. We're gonna do Ethernet to the switch. So we will tie up the extra, but it's gonna go right in here. So we're gonna tie this down below so it doesn't poke up. And it does kind of fall down because of the weight. So I'm just gonna cut this off, and this thing was connected in less than 5 minutes. There is the Cinema 70S. Here is a Cinema 70S completely connected. We don't need any of this. They give you labels and all that, but I had already done that part with my label maker. The Odyssey mic is here for calibration. We don't need the manual. We don't need the antenna. We're not connecting AM/FM. For the subwoofer, we're actually connecting it to 4. For now, we have 1/4 of the base. We will have 4 subwoofers connected to this guy, but this thing is ready to go. And that's how it looks, sitting so fresh and so fly. It did power on. It's probably gonna want a update, but first, we have to switch the TV on HDMI 4, which is the ARC input. We should see the Marantz here. We do. All right, let's go ahead and go to the setup. This is setup assistant, so I'm just going through that. Done all this already. I have a center speaker already connected. All right, it's saying, do I hear sound from this? I do. So, center is on, front right is on, right surround is on.
I went all the way down, dog.
Good job! 3. Oh man, trying. Wow.
Get it, dog! Let's go! One-handed push-up king. Okay, so we gotta put this on the couch back here at ear level. So I'm just gonna put it right on the back of the couch. Guys, we are wrapping up this project now in the Supercar Street Racing living room, but I wanted to show you guys how this looks with nothing on. So we have the Govee Dream View going on behind the TV. It's called Govee Envision, I believe. I will have a link in the description. The TV is off right now, and you guys can see how that looks. And then I haven't adjusted the light for when it's completely dark in here. It's the first time I've seen everything in the dark. Pretty bright, so I'll probably bring the level down on the background. We can't play anything copyright, so we have all the subwoofers hooked up. We have 4 subs, so we have the 12-inch Sherwin Vega here. We have the Polk audio sub there. We've got the Polk audio sub in the office, and we've got the Polk audio sub behind me in the closet. A total of 4 subs here, and if we go to YouTube, we can look at the Pi Point 1 surround sound, a demo here. The bass is amazing, the sound is great, and just to recap, we have, let's see, Dolby Digital demo. So we have the Mika front up there, front right, front left, the Mika center channel here. The Mika surrounds. The ones in the ceiling are 8s. These are 2 5.25s and a tweeter. We have the Sherwin Vega 15-inch sub powered subwoofer. We have the Polk 15-inch powered subwoofer. Sorry, that's a 10. We have the Polk 10-inch powered subwoofer. And we have the Polk 10-inch powered subwoofer back there in the closet. And this is the Dolby demo. And you can see the Envision
Center channel.
Oh, right, it's really loud.
Right surround. Left surround.
Yeah, so it looks like the right channel's a little bit low. I ran the full test as you saw in the video,
but I've also done some adjustments to it since I did that because I added more subs and I needed more level. So I jacked up the subwoofer level to make up for the fact that I added more subs. And that's going to wrap up this project. I hope you guys liked everything. It came out amazing. I hope you guys ordered the Govee LEDs for the back of the TV, the Amazon Omni 75-inch 4K TV, the Marantz Cinema 70S, looking so fly. And we'll see you guys next time on the channel. Have a great day, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. You got Brad here on a Saturday morning. Just got back from breakfast. Shout out to Jared over at Broken Egg. He's our guy and he always hooks it up. Had a great time with my friends, but now it's time to talk about this project here for the living room 5.4 surround sound system. Now the living room had no TV in it whatsoever except a old 52-inch, I think it was, old school TV that only did 1080p. Now what we did is we went ahead and bought a new television. We got the Amazon Omni. When we did that, we also decided to go ahead and put surround sound in the living room. Now we could have done 7.1 or 7.2. Decided to only do 5.1, but we can always upgrade that later in the future. And sitting right in front of me right here and right now is the Marantz Cinema 70S, and it's my second Cinema 70S. The other one is sitting in my bedroom looking so fly and fresh, but now we have one for the living room as well to do the 5.4 surround sound there as well. Now the Cinema 70S does everything that you could possibly need in a home theater receiver. It is the entry level of the Cinema series, but it's also slim, so it fits in places that other ones don't fit, and it looks pretty cool sitting there on top of my entertainment center in the living room. Now the Cinema 70S supports all the popular digital audio formats for surround sound. It does DTS, it does Dolby True HD, Dolby Digital, and of course other formats as well. And this thing has plenty of power. I'll be honest, when it's cranked up, it's pretty loud using the surround sound speakers up in the ceiling. And you can see right here, it puts 75 watts out for the front two channels. It does Wi-Fi, it does Bluetooth, and it does HEOS so that you can stream audio to it from another device. It's also 8K, so if you have an 8K device, it will support 8K video. This thing also has multi-zone and multi-room streaming. And honestly, I think it looks pretty modern. I love the look of it. Compared to the one we have, the Marantz we have here in the 4K production studio is much more sleek looking. Now this thing is sitting at a healthy 4.3 star reviews over here on Amazon. And taking a look at the pictures here, it does say it fits anywhere. It would not fit in my home entertainment center, but I have only 4 inches. This is like 4 1/4. It would have been pushing it with the legs off even. This thing has 6 HDMI inputs and 3 of them are 8K. I don't know anyone who has 8K equipment yet, but it is possible that you could use 8K with this receiver. So you can see right here, it has multi-zone capability, the second zone output, a second B speaker connectivity and HEOS built in, make this Cinema 70 a whole home audio oasis is what it's telling you right here. And also one thing that most other receivers don't have, it has full preamp outputs for all of the outputs, so you can add external amplifiers. It does say right here how pretty this thing is, and I'll be honest, it does look good sitting on that entertainment center in the SCSR compound living room. Now we do have some other things to show you from this build. We've got the Mika M-8C two-way in-ceiling round speakers. They have a 9.4 inch cutout diameter, but they are considered an 8-inch speaker. Now, one thing you should know about these, the tweeter will move so that you can position it towards your listening experience. Now, we put 4 of these in. We have 2 in the fronts up for left and right front, and then we have 2 in the back for left and right rear. And I like these. I've bought them before for other places in my house, and I do like the way they sound. They have a nice bright sound. And taking a look through the pictures here, you can see that they do have a paintable grill. They are easy to install. Basically, you take their cutout, and once you cut the hole out, all you have to do then is just throw the speaker up in there, and you make sure the tabs are tabbed back so that it can catch on your drywall, and you drive them up there with your electric drill. Here you can see them nice and flush mounted in the wall and painted so that they kind of blend in with your current environment. So these guys do have a 1-inch tweeter and an 8-inch mica woofer and a 6 decibel crossover. And right here you can see the overall dimensions of 10.7 inches. They're 3.5 inches deep, but they're 4.2 with the grill and the magnet counted together. And your drywall cutout is a total of 9.4 inches. Right here's the whole line of the Micas. We do have the M-CS. We're going to show that to you momentarily, but here's a good look at all their media series drivers for your in-home audio experience. Right here and right now is the Mika M-CS dual 5¼ inch two-way in-wall center channel speaker, and you can see right here and right now it has two 5¼ inch woofers and the 1-inch pivoting silk tweeter. These are also paintable, and they are about $56 right now on Amazon. They're sitting with a solid 4.6 star review. And I love the way this sounds. I have it mounted right underneath the TV in the front, and it sounds amazing. I just used my oscillating tool and their cutout template, and it was super easy to cut the square, and then you just take them and shove them right in there and use your drill to drive all the screws in. I had a few issues with the grill getting in there. I had to bend it in places to get it to push in, but I eventually figured it out. And here it shows it painted or unpainted. You can leave it as it is white like I did because I have white walls, or you can go ahead and paint it if you like to match your existing interior and blend in better. So look at the actual speaker. It has a 1-inch pivoting silk tweeter and dual 5¼ inch woofers, a 12 dB per octave crossover. Make sure that the right frequencies are going to the individual drivers. And here's a look at the in-wall series here. So here's a look at the Mika M-CS in-wall speakers. And you can see a diagram right here. Your total cutout diameter is 15.4 inches wide and 8.3 inches tall. And your depth's going to be 3.5 inches with the grill and everything else. Once again, here's the whole line of Mika Media Series speakers. Now, there's going to be a link in the description to all of the items that I use for these videos. Please purchase through my links in the description. It helps me out just a little bit, and it gives me just a few dollars to keep Supercar Street Racing still running. And we'll see you guys next time. I got people blowing my phone up left and right that are trying to party. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Wednesday evening, about 7:50, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the things I've been checking out today. I've been pretty much on the phone and on Instagram with Chris Rudnick, Ricer Miata, helping him with his 135i tune. I was letting him know in the beginning to go with MHD initially. The cost and the ease of tuning is amazing compared to JB4. So I helped him with that. We talked a little bit today about what happened after he tuned it. Basically, the weakness in the N54 engine. So the 135i has, and the 335i actually, both have the N54 up until 2011. And then they switched to the N55 single turbo, and with the exception of the 335IS, which still had the N54 after 2011. So anyway, long story short, when you tune the N54 with anything that increases the boost pressure, there are going to be some issues that show up here. You're going to expose the weaknesses in your car. Some of the things that you're going to see are coil packs that are going to be inadequate and spark plugs that are going to be inadequate. The increased load on the ignition system and the fuel system and the increased boost pressure will expose those things. So Chris has a couple of misfires, one on cylinder 6, one on cylinder 3. And so first step is to get those spark plugs replaced, which is very cheap.
and see if the misfire is still there. If it is, move on to the coil pack. 99% of the time that fixes every problem with misfires on the N54. So let's move on to what's going on with the SL65 and the BMW 335i. So the 335i, funny story related to the same thing. The 335i is actually having the same issue. However, I am running 60% ethanol. So a 60% mix of E85, 40% of 93. So it might be related to that. It might be that the fuel system can't handle the fuel pressures. E85 has a different specific gravity and puts extra load on the fuel system. And sometimes the fuel pressures cannot be delivered. So I don't have quite as bad of an issue as Chris does, I don't think. Mine's sporadic, but I still want to get in there and see maybe if I have a foul plug on cylinder 6 or a bad coil pack. Coil packs are cheap. I want to say they were $30 on Amazon, but I can't remember. SL65, I haven't driven it this week at all. I have detailed it, and in anticipation of going to a car meet, maybe one night this week, kind of like a drive, like a Cars and Coffee, but they have pretty much every night of the week there's something going on in Jacksonville. So I'm thinking I might hit that up. Secondly, I started ordering all the parts for the audio. Now the thing about the SL65 is the audio system is fiber optic. It uses this thing called MOST in Mercedes, and it is the entire system's fiber optic. So you can forget about taking out the head unit and replacing the head unit and using the factory amp unless you want to spend $500 on a MOST fiber optic converter. So that's not going to happen. So what we are going to do, however, is I have already bought a new head unit. You're going to love it. And I will be purchasing an aftermarket 5-channel amplifier. And initially we will be using the factory Bose speakers, but that will be removed within the next month or so. What did I get? You're gonna find out right now, because it's amazing. Party people, so ignore this battery charger in the background. That's actually my power supply. So this is the Joying, Joying, Joying JYUL 135N2 head unit. Probably the most amazing head unit that I have seen. And I did a lot of research on this, and basically this head unit here is the tits. This is a Android 5.1 head unit. You're not going to find a 6.0 head unit. If you do, it's going to be junk. This is the best thing out there. This is a 2 gigabyte unit, meaning it has, I believe it has, I want to say it has 16 gigs of RAM and then the 2 gigabytes for everything else. Basically, this unit will do everything that your phone will do or an Android tablet. And the best thing about it is you've got, to me, for a car guy, you've got this torque application. And so the way this works is when you press this button, you have a Bluetooth adapter that you can purchase on eBay for $3, and this will read your engine in real time. Now, this is configurable, so you can move these around. You can do statistics, you can do measurement, you can add and remove gauges, you can do different kinds of gauges simply by pressing them and moving them and changing them out. You also can download custom theme packs. This one is called Racing Meter Pro, and it has a bunch of different settings. Very, very cool. So that's the one thing I like about it. The other thing, of course, I like about it is that you can use anything you want to from the Android Play Store. You can use the built-in iGo navigation, or you can use Google Maps. Excuse me. It also will Bluetooth to your phone. It'll do screen mirroring to your phone.
It is quite an amazing device. So, there's a little look at that and some of the things it can do. It does have a phone browser. It has built-in Wi-Fi. It has two USB ports. Here is one of them. It has 2 micro SD card slots there. Both of them are in use right now. I have 2 SD cards in there. It will, like I said, it will screen mirror your Android phone. It's just an amazing, amazing box. Right now it is connected to my Wi-Fi, and literally probably the best head unit I've ever seen created for a car. That is the Joying JYUL 135N2. We'll get it. You can get that for about 280 bucks, and it is a deal of a lifetime. So that goes with the double DIN unit kit that I received yesterday from Scosh, and it has all kinds of nice outputs, front, rear, subwoofer. It's got a input for a backup camera. It has you can use a digital radio via USB. I have confirmed that a USB hub works with it, and I have a 120 gigabyte SSD that is going to go in there with it to store all my videos on, all my concert videos or anything else that I want to put on there. So make sure you check this out. I got this off of eBay directly from Joying, and you will absolutely love this. All right, be cool. See you next time. Make sure you subscribe, all right? And then, as Rudnick would say, give it the thumbs up or subscribe. That truck right there just came and brought $18,000 worth of travertine. Look at that. You guys are so stoked. You can't wait to come swim in my brand new pool. And then you're going to try to take all your clothes off and do weird things, but no, I'm not going to. Check all the wildlife right there. Turtles, alligators, everything. Crazy. Today we have a package from Amazon right here for the thrift store iMac. Let the upgrades begin. But first we got to shut this guy down, and he is just stuttering here with no RAM. 2 gigabytes from the factory. There's iMovie. Let's shut this guy down and see what we can do here. Spent the last like 3 hours copying videos from the phone, which are so big that there's no way they're gonna play. That's why we're shooting this video in 1080p, even though this guy doesn't even support 1080p. I think their resolution is 1680 by 1050. We got something here to help this computer. While this shuts down, let's unbox this bad boy. This new packaging. Ah, yeah. Right here we got the QE. Bring computer new life. RAM. Should have 8 gigabytes here of the same speed RAM. This thing started doing the enroll again for the school district, and it's irritating. I'm going to have to fix that. But let's take a look at this. Should be 2 4 gigabyte DIMMs here. Make sure you destatic yourself before you touch this and you destroy it. 4 gigabyte DIMM. And another 4 gigabyte DIMM here. And so apparently, by the way, I got shocked really bad by this thing the other day, because I forgot
that it was plugged in when I started working on it. So let's unplug that first. Now you should be able to just pull this tab. Oh, no, that didn't. Ah, yeah. Okay. That worked good. So what you do is you pull the little plastic tab here, and the DIMM slides straight out like this. And you'll see it's keyed. See the slot there? Now our other DIMM should match this. If it doesn't, we have a problem. And it perfectly matches. So yeah, so then you just take your new DIMM and slide it right back in the same spot. Push it in and put the plastic tab back the way it was underneath the RAM so you can shut the door. Again, you just pull that plastic. Kind of a pain to get out after you do that, because of course we are removing it with it angled the wrong way. Here's our new dual whatever ring RAM stick. Slides right back in the same slot. And then this bad boy becomes a new man. Oh, that didn't feel right. There we go. Alright, so before we put the cover back on, we're going to make sure she boots off, and if she doesn't, the RAM goes back. Simple as that. That's why I bought it from Amazon. Paid a little extra. Let's see if it chimes. Nothing. Did the power cord come out? Yep. All right, let's see. Oh, I hear it. Started right up. Let's see what it says when it boots. So far, so good, my friends. Everything about this Mac should be different. Went from 2 gigabytes to 8 gigabytes, so definitely a big increase in RAM. So we got the SSD, which is literally miles above what was available when this came out. It wasn't even a thing back then. We've got 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is not officially supported by Apple, but we're not using an officially supported device anyway. I mean, this thing is what? Let's see, 10, 13 years old now. So it's a relic of the past. So we go to when it loads up, and I'll tell you how much faster it is once we see how fast this part goes through. It's always normal for it right here to just spin for a second. But it's already noticeably faster, booting up like way faster. So we go to this and we go about this Mac. And we have 8 gigabytes. Let's look at the memory. Yes, yes, yes. We have 8 gigabytes of RAM in our $22 thrift store Mac, guys. Peace out. I hope you loved it.
Tonight.
Hey everybody, Supercar Street Racing here. I want to take a minute to tell you about this new scam that's going on with SpaceX. So what these scammers are doing is they're taking these regular accounts that they've created over the years and they are turning them into accounts that look like SpaceX. But instead of SpaceX, which is one word, space and the letter X combined, no spaces, they'll take it and they will put a space in it, or they'll change it to SpaceX Live, or do something scammy like that to make you think that it's SpaceX. They will put a title on it like Elon Musk Live. They'll run a video, get some people interested, then they'll all of a sudden change the video to a scam video which shows that you are getting Bitcoin for free. What it says is if you pay so much Bitcoin, Elon Musk is going to give you free Bitcoin. Yeah, right. Okay, duh. If you're dumb enough to fall for that, go ahead, send them your money. So the way you can tell that this is a scam is they have one video in their account and nothing else. And maybe they like a few weird random foreign videos. So what you do when you see this is you report the video, so you hit the flag button, you go to spam or scam, misleading, and then you say exactly what it is. It's a Bitcoin fraud account. Then you go to the actual channel by clicking on the channel name. You go to the about and you flag the account and you say it's a spam or scam channel and you report that it's a Bitcoin channel. Please do not fall for these. They go up a couple of times a day and they're immediately removed. And the registrar for the domain name, if you actually watch the video, there'll be a website to go to, like spacex.org or spacex21.net or something ridiculous like that. If you go to the about and the who is for the actual registrar, it will be reg.ru, which is a Russian registrar. You can actually report this to abuse@reg.ru and ask them to remove the site, and they will actually remove the site. Please help us get rid of these YouTube scammers trying to use SpaceX name to make Bitcoin and other money off of the name that they have nothing to do with. They pop up 5-10 times a day. They get shut down as soon as we can report them. So please do your part and don't get scammed.
What's up, everybody? Supercar Street Racing here, and today UPS just left, and there is something out here I want you guys to check out. Guys, welcome back to the channel, and today there is a couple of awesome boxes here. Don't make fun of my socks, it's cold and I have hardwood floors, but let's take a look at what's in these boxes. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm so hyped for this. I looked forever for exactly something that I wanted, and I found it and literally ordered it yesterday, and it is here now. And oh, you know what that is. That is the special wheel condom, and underneath that wheel condom we have, oh man, these are freaking beautiful at the wheels, guys. I am so hyped for these wheels. Look at this. Check out these wheels, guys. We got the little SS center cap, which I really want to turn black. I'll probably end up doing that black, filling that in with the wheelbase marker or whatever, but check this out. So these are 14-inch wheels for the Club Car Precedent, and they look just like some of the wheels for some of the cars, which I used to own, so I'm really, really stoked about this. These things look amazing. And the reason I love these is because the new ones all have bolts, silver bolts all the way around. And this is a clean look that's going to look absolutely sick on the golf cart. And I am so hyped. There also should be black lug nuts in one of these packages. I'm not going to go ahead and open up the other packages yet. But at the moment, I am looking for tires for these. So as soon as I can find some tires, I think I found some. Then the guy will also mount them pretty cheap, so we're going to be heading out to do that, maybe with Joe. Joe will give us a ride. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update and let you check out the new wheels that I got. Get you a closer look here. Look at these guys. Things are so awesome. Really, really nice quality wheels, and perfect for a black golf cart if I do get the golf cart to be converted to black somehow. I'm still working on what I'm going to do with that, if I'm going to get the body painted or wrapped or whatever. But stay tuned, guys. These are the new wheels, and I am super hyped about it. All right, guys, I just ordered a VIP carbon fiber dash kit for the Precedent, and I'm about to order the little bezel right here that goes across it in carbon fiber as well. But that is the kit, VIP dash kit here. If we click on it here, it actually has a hole here for a gauge style marine radio. However, I think I'm going to try a tablet on mine and mount it right here over this hole. If that doesn't work out, I will get the marine style, but I really want to do a tablet, like an 8 or a 10-inch tablet on this. I think it would look awesome. But there's a good look at that. And then next I'm going to be ordering the little bezel cover for the dash to match the carbon fiber dash kit for the Club Car Precedent. All right, I know this is confusing because that looks like wood, but this is the carbon fiber dash trim that goes over the top of the dash to round out the carbon fiber dash kit. Hopefully it works out good. The reviews are mixed, so we are going to see. But another place has it, but I already have a credit in Amazon. I'll put a picture of the other place on eBay that has it up on the screen so you know exactly what that looks like. But yeah, I just ordered the dash kit for the marine style bezel gauges, and now I'm going to get the, I think I might even have it up here. Let's see. Oh, we can look at it. Club Car Precedent, carbon fiber dash trim. so you can see a better picture of what it actually looks like. So here's an actual shot of it right there. So that is what makes out the entire kit and makes it all look great. Guys, just wanted to give a huge shout out to ST Wheels, who were awesome in this transaction, and I didn't want to leave them behind. I'm going to put a link in the description to ST Wheels on Facebook. This guy's awesome. He shipped the wheels out literally Saturday, and I had them today, so literally 1 day later. Either Friday or Saturday, I can't remember, but it came really fast. He's also in Florida, so it made it easy. Guys, please do the channel a favor. If you need wheels for your golf cart, check out ST Wheels. The link is in the description and below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great day. Day 64 of the keto diet, and I am at 144.6. I was at 169. So I have lost 25